Ugh. I am not naked, YouTube. I'm wearing a tube top in honor of YouTube. I'm actually waiting for this to dry. So, you guys, welcome to today's video where I'm not naked. Today I wanted to do a let's put on the stuff that I got at Sephora video, and I will first go through what I got. Some of it we're not going to put on. The Parian Spirit, as you can see, kind of empty. I just refilled mine that has the sprayer on it. And this is what I do my spot cleaning with. It's lovely, and it smells nice, and it's professional. I do believe professionals use this, so I got that at the sale. What was interesting is this is one of those flammable kind of things, so your shipment is going to go by ground, and I got my package in a couple of days. I actually got a confirmation, and today's the last day of the sale. I'm not going to post this today, but the confirmation came like 3 hours after I made my purchase, which I think is so good. Beautylish has such wonderful customer service. I also got the Surat Dewdrops foundation. So if you've been here for a while, or you saw my other, you know that I bought this when it first came out, and I just didn't like it. I'm like, what's the big deal with this? But I kept it out here because it's quite expensive and I wanted to use it, and I always forgot. And then last November or December, I put it on. I'm like, whoa, this is pretty. What's going on here? I don't know what it was. This came out the same time of year, so it wasn't the light. I think it was my sunscreens. I was using sunscreens that were watery sunscreens, and this didn't seem to like it very much. So I had broken this because this is just, you know, I go in with my thumb, and my thumb broke this. The delivery system leaves a lot to be desired on this, but I bought it again. Then I got this brush. This is a foundation brush from Ray Morris, and Hindosh says he uses this a lot. It's funny because I remember him, or I think of him as using a different brush, which is from Kat Von D. It's a powder brush, but he said in one video I seen recently, everyone asked me about this brush. This is the Ray Morris brush. Ray Morris is a makeup artist in Australia. Well, based in Australia, or she's Australian. I don't know where she lives. So I got this, but I'm not sure it's a good candidate with this because of this texture. We'll see. I got another Sicily Lipstick. Look at that. That's kind of outside my wheelhouse. You know, I like to play outside the lines. And I got a Sicily Blush. So I'm confused. Is it a blush? Is it a highlighter? I think they're confused too. They have 3 colors. One is very pink. One is very warm. And it was really hard to tell online what this was, but it's absolutely a peach color. And I hope you can see how everything, the light is all changing when I flash the camera. But I think you're getting a good representation of what this color looks like. It's a beautiful peach. It's the kind of peach, it reminds me of, I used to love vintage lingerie. There's a place called Aardvark's Odd Art here in Los Angeles on Melrose, and you could get these beautiful silk nightgowns for 12 bucks. I don't think you can do that anymore. And it's that kind of color. There's kind of color from lingerie in the 20s and 30s and 40s. That's what that reminds me of. And I think that's all I got. So let's go in. I am going to do my old Dewdrop because I do want to finish this. And I'm wearing sunscreen. And you see it doesn't really come out in drops anymore. But this fell over the other day because, you know, it's on this table and product is coming out the backside. Oh my goodness. And we're going to pick it up with the Ray Morris brush. I'm just going to work it into the brush a little bit. I do find that brushes and beauty blenders and whatnot take up a lot. And I still do prefer fingers, but I'm trying to be open-minded. I've got my sunscreen on. I have a new concoction, a new mix that I just tried today, which I'm kind of liking. And I'll talk about it in my next sunscreen video. Let's move in a little bit. And because I don't have much redness going on today. I think I'm just going to do a nice sheer wash of color. Really not much of anything. Honestly, it's not really giving me enough. I thought that might be the case with the combination of this foundation and this brush. We will certainly give this brush another try in another video before I decide, because, yeah, this is an interesting formula. It's just thin. And he said he liked this because it just blends out foundation into a seamless, undetectable coverage, but I don't think he puts sunscreen on people, which I think also changes how products move around. It's pretty, right? Yeah, it is undetectable. Well, no, I see some areas that need to be blended. I just want to go down the neck a little bit and blend out this area. You know what I like about this is, see how it's goes to a point right here? You can go right around the nose, this area around the brows, which I think is so important to get this right. And even over the eyes. I do like that. What I'm afraid of is my sunscreen's kind of ruining brushes, because this brush I just got, I had, worn one of my heavier things, and I washed this 2 or 3 or 4 times, and the bristles still didn't look right. They looked like there was goop on them. And I finally did something that I really do not recommend, but it was the only way to get it off, is I put a little alcohol, rubbing alcohol, in a bottle, in a glass, and just dipped it in, swirled it 5 seconds, just to break up all that oil. And now this brush is clean again, but this kind of look right here, how it's all separated and weird, I feel like it's not good. This brush, however, is synthetic, and synthetics are easier to clean and get those oils off of, where I feel that natural hair brushes really like to hold on to that oil. So that's that. Let's go ahead and put the Dior on under the eyes, because I'm still trying to figure out if I like it or not. All right, I had to find it, but it was right here. Of course, if you didn't see it, I've already done a review on this, and I felt like I just don't want to use this brush. It's too much. Take it on the finger. This is more than I did the other day. I'm just trying to figure out if I like this or not. It's certainly different than the other formulas that I've tried. So I'm going to finish this, because it's really not about this, and be back in a minute. Okay, I have to say, I am loving the way the skin looks with that Surat. And I have to say, applied this way, I don't feel like the coverage under the eyes is all that great. I definitely am seeing some darkness. Right here, my finger's blocking it exactly. Boom, boom, boom. So put a little bit more on. I don't see it when I'm looking in this mirror. Okay, that's better. So I think with this one, maybe the answer is build really thin layers. I do think that's better. So I still have a little bit of learning on this one after maybe 3 or 4 days of using it. I'm just totally undecided if I like it or not. I do have the Sicily powder that I want to go on with, the blush, but I do want this to set up a little bit longer, because I think my sunscreen might be a little tacky today, as evidenced by what my brush looks like. So, powder the face. Knock down a little shine, not that I really need it. I'm really just concerned about this area. I think I am going to put a little bit of powder under the eye. It's the teeniest amount, just because I don't love radiance. I think it calls attention to any puffiness that you might have. I like this so much better powder. Yes. So this color is L'Orchidée Coral 3, and my Hakuhodo brush. I'm just going to go all over. And then I'll take some off of my hand, because you never know. Ooh, pretty. So I just got a lovely sheen. See this right here? And then I'm going to turn the head. I can see it go up. But it's a very subtle loveliness. And I don't really have much in this kind of color tone. Usually when I do something lighter toned like this, I do it in the pinks. But this might be a nice little go-to for me. I do have a drugstore peach that's nice. That's really pretty. I wanted to not do anything on my eyes today. So this will be a really simple kind of look, just lip, cheek, complexion, nothing on the eyes. So I do want to take a big fat brush. This is an old brush. This must be 30 years old, from Bobbi Brown. And I think I'm going to try to get these darker areas and just put this on my eyes. That's so pretty. Hello. I think that is super pretty. Now I got a sample of the Sisley mascara. Boom. So let's open that up. This is the So Intense mascara. I've never tried a Sisley mascara, and I'm sure the brush is interesting. So it looks like a comb. This is completely flat here, as far as I can tell. So bottom is flat, and the top are the little bristles. Oh, this is nice. We'll see how it wears, you guys. I will put a pinned comment. It does grab every hair, but as I don't know if I like this. I'll do a pinned comment down below. It certainly grabs on really nice to the lower lashes, though. I'm not afraid, because it kind of really does grab those lashes. I'm not afraid that I'm going to get this under my eye, which is always a good thing. Wow. Before, after. Ugh. Spoke too fast. Okay, cleaned that up. I just want to pull you in. Come a little closer, as Alicia says. This one I kept going and going, and this is just one coat. And I do like this one coat because it has very natural, like my eyelashes look. I don't think it looks like mascara. Hello, Tube Top. And it reminds me of, this I have not thrown away. They stopped making this a while ago. I loved this Hourglass Film Noir because it made my lashes look like they were just my lashes, but better. So this could be a replacement for that. I'm going to keep on working with this one. But I do like the way it grabs the lower lash hairs. This is nice. I always think there's no reason to spend that much money on mascara, but you do see how different mascaras do different things. Let's hope that it doesn't end up being under my eyes by the end of the day. I will leave a pinned comment letting you know. And let's move on to the lip. This is 13 Beige Eldorado, and it's totally outside my wheelhouse, which, you know, like to do that a little bit. But it was between two colors. I was going through deciding the night before the sale started, what do I want? And I think I put two in my likes area, and I just hit this one and ordered my stuff really at like 9:30 when the sale started at 9. And I probably should have opened it to see maybe the other color would have been better, but let's go outside my comfort zone. Again, I just want to show you this. I love this. because you don't need a liner and you can get really nice precision. And liners are hard for some people, like me. It does decidedly read more fall than spring, summer. So I definitely think maybe not with this makeup look, which is very, very springy. But this is what I got. These are so incredibly comfortable, you guys. I keep on saying it because it's true. I love these. They're very comfortable, pigmented, colors that are kind of unique, just a little bit different. But I feel like this particular color is not very spring, not very summer, not very light, and not really going on too well with everything else on my face. So I'm going to dip into something else. Honestly, if I just take that off, I suddenly see something a little better. But I'm just going to, I'm not going to pat this on my lips, am I? Yes. And I'm going to do this one from Dries Van Noten, which is called Graphic Ochre. I think I said ochre right, and I didn't call it the vegetable. Ochre. 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 Kind of in the same family, actually. But this is sheer and a little easier than the one from Sicily. And you guys, that is going to wrap it up. So what do I think of my purchases? The foundation, I am, is a backup because this one is probably going to dry up very soon because it's broken. And I have come to really appreciate it. It's so odd, so I wanted to take advantage of it. The brush, actually, I wasn't thinking it would work so well, but after I gave everything a moment, I like this brush. I'm going to let you know, pin comment below, how this washes, because see how the bristles are kind of spiky and everything? That to me means it's picking up some of my sunscreen, and that can be very, very hard to clean out, as evidenced by my Sonia G brush. So I'll let you know about that. Mascara, definitely want to keep on trying this. I think I might love it. So surprised about that. This, okay, so a couple of things that I didn't buy there. Well, this, I'm still playing with it, but today's probably my favorite application. Love the formula, love the color. I have nothing bad to say about it. I adore this. I like it on the eyes too. So if I wanted to get this color really deep on my cheeks, that's the color it would look like. But it offers a really pretty, little bit of a sheen that I think is just healthy and fresh and lovely. Not a dud in the bunch. Isn't that interesting? You guys, thank you so much for spending some time with me. I hope it was helpful for you, and I hope you come back again. Until we meet again, be smart and safe, and I'm wishing you good health.